What if I told you, the place you go to feel safe is the same place your dreams quietly go to die? Yeah, that got dark fast. But stay with me, because this might be the most important conversation you never knew you needed. Let's talk about the trap of emotional comfort. Emotional comfort is not loud. It doesn't scream. It whispers. It says things like, just stay a little longer. At least this is familiar. It could be worse. And somehow, we listen. Because emotional comfort feels like oxygen. It feels like relief. It feels like taking off tight shoes after a long day. And once you feel that relief, your brain goes, yep, this is it. Let's never leave. That's where the trap snaps shut. See, emotional comfort isn't about happiness. It's about predictability. Your brain doesn't care if you're fulfilled. It cares if you're safe. That's why people stay in relationships where love expired years ago but the routine is still alive. That's why people stay in jobs that slowly drain their soul but pay the bills on time. That's why people keep pretending they're fine, because being fine feels safer than being honest. Emotional comfort says, you know this pain. You've survived it before. Growth says, there's a better life waiting. And your brain goes, yeah, but that sounds risky. So we choose the pain we recognize over the joy we haven't experienced yet. Think about this. Have you ever re-watched the same show again and again, even though there are hundreds of new ones? You already know how it ends. There's no stress. No surprises. That's emotional comfort in its purest form. Now imagine doing that with your life. Same habits. Same excuses. Same people. Same fears. Different days. Same story. Here's the scary part. Emotional comfort often disguises itself as loyalty. I've been like this forever. This is just who I am. I don't want to hurt anyone. But deep down, it's fear wearing a responsible outfit. We call it patience. We call it stability. We call it being realistic. But sometimes, it's just us being afraid to outgrow the version of ourselves that once kept us safe. And emotional comfort loves that version of you. The quiet you. The smaller you. The you that doesn't ask for too much. The you that survives instead of lives. It keeps you scrolling instead of creating. Overthinking instead of acting. Waiting instead of choosing. Ever notice how emotional comfort doesn't feel exciting? It feels numb. Like lying in bed with your phone at 2 a.m., tired but unable to sleep, scrolling through other people's lives while avoiding your own. Like laughing with people but feeling empty the moment you're alone. Like saying I'm okay so many times that you forget how honesty sounds. That's not peace. That's emotional sedation. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to imagine anything different. Because comfort shrinks your courage. It teaches you to lower your standards. To mute your desires. To negotiate with your unhappiness. It says, don't rock the boat. Even when the boat is sinking. Now here's the twist nobody warns you about. Leaving emotional comfort doesn't feel empowering at first. It feels terrifying. Growth feels lonely. Change feels awkward. Choosing yourself feels selfish. Your brain will panic. It will replay worst-case scenarios like a bad movie trailer. What if you fail? What if people leave? What if you regret this? But notice what it never asks. What if you finally feel alive? What if this is the moment everything shifts? What if staying is the real risk? Because emotional comfort protects the present, but steals the future. And listen, comfort isn't the enemy. We all need it to heal. We all need it to rest. But comfort was never meant to be a prison. It's supposed to be a pause button, not the end of the story. So maybe the real question isn't, why can't I move forward? Maybe it's, what am I getting from staying the same? Because once you see the trap, you can't unsee it. And the moment you choose discomfort over numbness, uncertainty over stagnation, growth over safety, that's when life stops feeling small. And that's when comfort loses its power over you.